Good afternoon. Today we're going to take a look at the SMS Group's shop floor data collect solution for SAP Business One. The shop floor data collect solution for SAP Business One is a fantastic mobile client that extends all of the inventory capabilities in Business One out to wireless handheld scanning devices. So to take a look, we won't go through all of these options, but let's just go through a few. What I have out here is I've got a purchase order, and in my purchase order, I'm expecting to receive a case of extra large and a case of large safety vests. Using my handheld shop floor data collect terminal here, and again, this is just an emulator. Normally, this is a mobile app on a mobile device, on a scanning device. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go into purchasing, and then we're going to do a goods receipt PO. So the first thing it's asking us is, what's your PO number? So this shows me a list of all of my open purchase orders in the system. The one we're going to receive down here is 1537, and that's our PO right here. Now, what item are we receiving? Well, let's go ahead and receive the first one. It's asking me, what's the quantity you received? We're receiving this in the unit of measure of case. My purchase order was for 1 case, and I can see here I've got 1 remaining case to receive. So we'll put in 1 case. This is the inventory location it's going into, and I don't have bin locations turned on in Warehouse 1, or we would enter that as well. And it's saying, is this the last item you're receiving? Nope. And then, so we'll go ahead and select OK, and then we can receive our next item. Here we go. Now we should have 1 item left to receive. We see the arrow here, that one's been received. So now we're going to select our large. Again, we're supposed to get 1 case. Is this the last item? In this case here, we're going to put in, yes, this is the last item. And we'll select OK. Oops. I put a yes in the wrong field. It's one of the nice features here is it will make sure that you do fill this out correctly. Now we've received our goods. It's posting our transaction. And in just a second, we'll have a goods receipt. There we go. Now, if we look at refresh our purchase order here, let's find the refresh. Here we go. Our purchase order is now closed. And it's closed because if we look at the relationship map, we'll see that a goods receipt was completed. And we completed that goods receipt with our handheld device, simply doing a goods receipt. Now, the next step is we would do a put away. And this is where we can go in, and if we've got a receiving bin somewhere where we're receiving goods into, we then move it from that bin and that warehouse to its final destination. Now, other things that you can do with the SMS shop floor data collect is, of course, you can create deliveries from your sales orders. We can process sales returns. And then we can also package delivery items. But the shop floor data collect, it has a really unique feature, and that has to do with pick list. And let's take a look at that feature as well. So we're going to shift gears here out of purchasing, and let's go ahead and let's sell some of those safety vests. So we're going to put in a sales order here, and we'll go ahead and select our customer, Earthshaker. It's got to key this in right here. Okay, Earthshaker, there we go. Now, of course, there's a credit limit. We'll let it slide this time. And we're going to sell Earthshaker some of these safety vests. So they want some extra larges, and they also want some larges. So we'll go ahead and put those on there. Now, you'll notice here, I don't sell these in cases. I sell these in different units of measure, and that's a really cool feature of Business One. So I'm going to sell a 1 2-pack and an each for Earthshaker. Now, actually what we'll do, let's just make this really simple. I'm going to remove this row here. And I'm going to say we're going to sell 10 of these things, 10 of these vests. What we're going to do is we're going to use what we call a pick list validation. And this is really a neat feature. Let's go ahead and let's add and view our order here. Let's get it ready. Now we've got an order. With a right mouse click, we're going to generate our pick list. And now we'll see a little message here. We got our pick list created, and we've got a pick list against our sales order. So Jumping back into our handheld, we're going to go into sales. Let me back up here. Let's back up. Delivery. What we want to do here is, now what this will allow me to do is this will allow me to take that order we just took without a pick list, pick it and deliver it. And so that's one of the unique ways that you can pick. Now I can also go in, and in here I can do what we call a pick list validation. And this one's really cool. So let's grab our pick list for Earthshaker. We can see here it's sales order 1601. That's the order. And what we're going to do is we'll select our item here. And now what it's going to do is every time I scan this item, it's going to increment the quantity. So I'm constantly scanning the item. You can see here I've got 6 left to go, 5 left to go, 4 left to go, and 3, 2, 1. Now we're done. Now, do you want to create a delivery for our sales order? Yes, we do. Now, in most cases, most companies will pick by putting in the quantity. In this case here, the pick list validation actually makes sure I have to scan the item all 10 times to make sure I got all items. And this is a nice feature. We've got one customer of ours who they may need to pack 48 units of something, and their pickers are just grabbing a handful of product and sticking it in the box. They're not counting it. So this pick list validation is a real nice feature to make sure what was ordered is actually what was picked down to the quantity level. Okay, so let's go look at a few more options here. Let's hit my escape key and we'll back up. Now, where this is really strong and where we see the SMS shop floor data collect system being used most often, a lot of times it's in the production area. So in here in production, this is where I can issue to production. I can do a return from production. So if I issue a real stock and I use 12 pieces and I need to bring that real stock back, that's where I would use this option here. This is when we can do a receipt from production if we're receiving the finished good. A directed picking is a way of picking line stock going to specific bins. Of course, I can pick against my work order. I can issue my pick list into the job. I can do a miscellaneous issue. Maybe I found I needed a washer or bolt that wasn't on the bill of material. I'm able to add additional inventory into my work order. And then also I'm able to do a disassembly production order inside of Business One. And I could disassemble a product with my handheld. And then finally, there's a time menu. And this is where I can clock in and clock off of a job, and it'll store the amount of time I spent working on that job. So this was a pretty quick overview of the SMS shop floor data collect solution, but hopefully you found it valuable to your business. And if you'd like more information on this, then please contact Vision 33. We'd love to help you. Thank you for watching.